Hi, this is Layne Gray, and we're answering one of the questions from our fundraising Q&A that we're doing here at Vivanista and on Facebook. And this particular question asks, I'm wondering what recommendation you have for a K through 12 school looking to take their social media plan to the next level. In particular, what ways should Twitter be used to communicate within the community? Is it best to have multiple handles for various departments such as athletics, the dean, principal, or one for the school, and vary the messaging? So specific to Twitter, the first thing I would do is ask yourself the question, how are you using Twitter? Are you using it either to disseminate information about what is going on to the school, or two, are you using Twitter to drive people to your website or to Facebook, whatever it may be? Because they're really different issues. If it's that you're driving people to your website, you actually want to entice them to go over to the website. And actually the beauty of that direction is that you have a lot more information that can be specific to the various departments within the school or whatever type of organization it may be. The other is to disseminate pure information. So for example, athletics. The football game is this Friday night. So that's great, and people within the community may follow it, but a better approach is actually to drive them over to the site. We recommend, until you get to probably about 1,000 followers, is probably to use just one handle, and then actually to percolate all the various departments up into that handle using various hashtags. So a hashtag, for example, could be athletics. A hashtag could be curriculum or extracurricular activities. And then your audience will actually know, what that particular tweet is about. But it keeps a consistency if you just are utilizing the one handle. The next thing we recommend is to put together a strategic plan of how you want to tweet. So if you actually work with the administration or the PTA or whatever it may be, and you actually look out over X period of time, perhaps it's a school year, maybe it's a month, and you schedule the type of tweets that you're going to put out. So for example, you can utilize something like Hootsuite, and you can schedule your tweets out for some period of time, which is really, really helpful. And then you can ask your departments to always upload their tweets in advance, perhaps a week or so in advance. Next is, I would actually make sure that if you're going to be using Twitter on a more serious way to actually communicate with the audience, or actually to drive them to the website, either one, is to put forth a primer so they actually know how to use it. Because there are amazingly a lot of people out there who don't know how to use it yet, and who don't necessarily know what a hashtag is or Hootsuite is or whatever it may be. So putting forth a primer, I would recommend doing it to document it on the website, and you actually can look to our guide on social media. We can provide, we have, I think, something like a 10-page dictionary of various social media terms, and then actually perhaps doing a webinar or an in-person event that parents especially can come in, and even students. Maybe students can actually teach the class, since they're probably more adept than the older generation, about how to actually use it. And so then you've actually encompassed the whole community in moving forward with that. And then just as an adjunct to that, besides Twitter, is Facebook. Also using Facebook as a community builder and as a vehicle platform to actually communicate various things that are going on with the school. Same sort of a strategy that we would recommend you using Twitter for. Looking at how often you're actually going to communicate. And one of the things you want to do there is you want to get as many people from your community, the school, the parents, the students, to like the page, and then they will always on their wall be getting information that you put forth. So just in conclusion, to use social media, I would use just one handle, at least initially, until you get at least 1,000 followers, and then I would use various hashtags for the various departments. And then to provide your audience with a primer about how to actually use Twitter, and then also use Facebook to disseminate this similar kind of information. So thanks so much.